Hello guys, good evening. Today is September 27th, another episode of daily trade recaps from Ripster. We'll talk about a little bit about the market. I'm going to keep today's video a little shorter. Sorry, I'm putting it up late. I was only on for half of the day. I was not on rest of the day. I had to take baby Rip to the doctor's appointment, so I was out for half of the day. So I missed the end of the day squeeze, and we were not buying any dips, right? And but we had a decent day shorting the market. Some loss on Nvidia, but big huge win on Costco, and then mid of the day shorts on Amazon, Tesla, and I was long SMCI. So I'll cover all those trades, how we traded it. I'm going to go fast today. I will show you the timestamps, the screenshots. Then we'll see why the bounce in the market, how the VIX rejected, what did 10-year yields do, and what are we looking for from here in coming days on the market, right? So all right, let's start quickly, guys. This morning, the main focus today was Costco. You can see it's on top of our watch list. So Costco was my main focus. As usual, we had done all our exercises pre-market. We had made our watch list ready. Costco was on top of it. And then our levels were ready. And today, I will show you, I gave the warnings right away, because it was a gap up, started to gap fill. What was the personality today? Personality was gap up. And what was it trying to do? Gap fill, right? EMA Clouds, right? Pre-market highs as your risk. EMA Clouds breaking down. All you had to do was risk the pre-market highs, get a good entry, and ride the fade. The first target was gap fill. The second target was yesterday's lows. As soon as the yesterday's lows break, or test one, push to EMA Clouds, yesterday's lows break, all you had to do was fade the shorts, right? And I gave the warnings right away when this was happening, that don't buy the dips, and I will show you that. Similarly here, and I was not here. This part I was out. I was not in. I'm not sure if I would have traded that squeeze. Maybe I could have scalped. But what I really saw, that some people FOMO'd end of the day when SPY was squeezing here, and then when VIX was clearly bouncing at the support. So that was the problem. VIX bouncing at the support. If you're trying to buy here, that's your problem, because you are not following the risk reward analysis. Right, I think I was even on the phone. I did put that out, that VIX is bouncing from 18. So this was expected, right? So, anyways, this we'll talk about the squeeze later. Let's quickly go through our trades. So, if you want to look at Costco, what was the trade on Costco today? So, if you see, okay, let me just show you this. So let's see if I can show you. So Costco today plan was simple, right? Costco was gapping down. The fundamentally the earnings were not that bad. So my point was, if it gets over this 545, you see here, right? Gets over 545 will be bullish to neutral for the push into the gap. My target was the gap first, right? And as soon as it gets over the EMA cloud, it becomes an B plus long setup. And as soon as I saw the strength, right away I said watch the pullbacks on the long scalps, and I was on the voice talking about the longs, and we were scalping it long, and then I was giving my targets. My next target was 558, and then we met our 558 target, and then we were watching. I will show you on the 1 hour candle. We were watching the next targets to 560, 565. I was in shares, but those who were in options, the options really went 600%, right? They went from like $100 to $900, $800, like that. So it met most of our target. I was out of the Costco in middle of the day. A really huge trade. You can see my targets. I was talking about 563, and then it met my 563 target as well. So Costco was a big morning trade. It was started as a B plus setup, but it turned into A setup once it started to squeeze here. When it met my gap target, then it started to go further, right? So what was the 1 hour candle saying? I was looking at my targets by using my 1 hour. So my ultimate target was 569, but when market started to puke, you see it was moving towards the 569. That's when I said make sure to manage now, because if market fades, we might not meet our final target. So right, but clearly we were moving, and that's how it was going. Let me see if I can. Let me see 1 second. So here you can clearly see this is the Costco 555 option, right? So this option started at at $1, $2, and it went as far as $12, just to show you the power. And I'm not saying that somebody is going to hold this all the way from 2 to 12. No, does not happen like that, right? I was taking most of the profit at gap fill, but what you can do is, if you invested $200 here or $300 here and you made over $700-800, just giving example of smaller account, or if you invested few thousand and you are up 5,000-6,000, you can use that profit to get into further calls, right? When Costco is right here, then you see the targets, you can get into the further targets. You don't really have to hold this option, right? I mean, you can, ideally I was in the shares because 512 was holding. I was holding those shares all the way. As you see, my commentary was till 11 a.m. I was continuously guiding everybody on the Costco trade, and I had free money riding, right? So when I say free money, that I have so many shares left, like if I had 1,000 shares, now I have 100 shares left, there's free money, because I already logged on 900 shares. I already logged that profit. If that 100 shares even comes back, I'll be still in profit, and if it hits my target, it hits my target. So that was the point, guys, and clear guidance on Costco. Big win, and I'm not sure how many people did actually execute it, right? But the point is to understand the setup. I know some of them just focused on Costco because this was our top play, and it really worked out really good for us. So that was Costco, guys. I went long Nvidia as well, but when market was heavy, I went long Nvidia versus EMA Clouds. And when it started to break down, even though it pushed to 426, I can show you here what Nvidia did, right? So it was stronger. I was scalping long, right? 428 was my target. But again, I said 10 a.m. profit taking rule. You have to take the 10 a.m. profit. I took a little bit off, but not enough to offset what I gave, sold rest later. So you can see, right? So I was saying that when market was breaking down, I will show you my commentary, because I keep eyes everywhere. I need to know if market is strong, what's going on. But when Nvidia was breaking there, I took my loss. I was out, right? I did a decent win on Costco. That's fine. I could take a loss on Nvidia and move on. The point is to understand how the market is working, what is the market is doing. You really need to focus on that. So one other ticker I was long all day, which actually I'm still holding, is SMCI. SMCI had relative strength in semis. The plan was SMCI long versus, there's a typo there, versus 250. So that's where I longed all day. It pushed to 250, 259 from that 250 idea. Even when it pulled back, because I was trading versus 250, I was not trading versus EMA Cloud. I could afford to, I cut Nvidia for the loss, but SMCI, because it's already pushed nicely, and 250 was my level, and that's why it helped and worked out and is still higher, right? So this is the reason you need to keep eyes on these plays, which is strong. That's why I give you the sectors. May have a list of sectors. You have a list of semi sectors. Which semiconductor is strong? Is AMD strong? Is Nvidia strong? Which one is strong? And that's how you play it, right? Okay, let's talk about the market now, guys. So here's the thing, right? So I make sure that nobody who's listening to me is losing money, right? I'm not in the business of telling, oh, I'll make you millions, I make you this. No, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to make sure to show you how the system works, how the community, my followers or my YouTube listeners, to understand how the system works, right? And you can use the system, you can learn, you can improvise, trade with us, do whatever you want, right? But as long as I can save one person who is not blowing up, going against the trend, or making wrong decisions, that is good enough for me, right? So that is the point. Save money, right? So let's see. So what happened on SPY QQ? Let's see what was my comments on SPY QQQ. So let's go. Let's go right at open. Let's see. Okay, so here you go, guys. So, um, so you already saw my Nvidia comment. So today Tesla level was 242.72. So Tesla level was 242.72. Why was that level 242.72? I gave that level in the morning in my sheet because it was yesterday. It was this level pre-market. Let me find it. Right somewhere here. It was 227. Yeah, this level. So this was my level, right? So Tesla, that 247 level was watch. It was heavy out of the gate, right? Oh, and another trade we did today was BHVN. I had a plan on BHVN PR pre-market. I said strong, will scalp long, but only tiny size. Right at open, I said it, and I did talk about it in the pre-market as well on BHVN. That what was that low volume play versus 19 is my risk. That's that I will long, and it was just a quick scalp. It just pushed that open from from 21 to 25, just 4 points there. So nothing special. I just had a tiny size, but I just want to throw it out there, and it faded later. So okay, so let's talk about Tesla. So what I was saying about Tesla was, so let's see. Right at open, we were talking about Tesla. Okay, so Tesla was heavy out of the gate, guys. Because Tesla was heavy out of the gate, and I was short Tesla, right? I was short Tesla, and I did cover it too, but I was not going long, right? So Tesla was heavy out of the gate. I was talking, and it started to push down as well. When we were short, it started to push down as well. And look at it, Tesla was all day EMA Clouds. I'll show you my comments later as well. It was all day short setup, right? It has no reason to be long on Tesla all day. I don't care it squeezed later. We were done by that time because it was an A plus short setup. Yes, it chopped for a while here, but where would be your risk? If you are just stopping out somewhere here, that is your problem. Your risk has to be over these support resistance level. This is the area that is, you can call supply, you can call whatever, but this is the area of Tesla where you need to have your risk profile, right? If you are just shorting here, yeah, I was short here, I covered here just to watch what it does, but I did short it again, which I will show you, right? And I know few people were longing. I know Win like this level as a B minus bounce setup, and that's fine. It did bounce from here, into the resistance, and let's see. Okay, so if you see, let's talk about Tesla. So Win was long. His long idea was working. I mean, it reclaimed once it reclaims the support, it can push. I wanted to see lower low, lower high, and it reclaimed and it pushed, and it was a good long for Win, almost $3, right? And then again 240.72 was key for me. And then what did Win say? So Win said it has a struggling at 245. So there was a sellers at 245 clearly, and I knew there's a seller, and that's why we had to be, short buys on Tesla. I was on voice, I was talking about it. And look what else I was saying. Okay, so SPY heavy, cautious on the market longs. When did I say that? When did I say that? I said at 10 a.m. when SPY could not get over this area. SPY could not get over this area. I said SPY heavy, cautious on market longs, right? And then I was talking about the SPY gap to 425.90, SPY 425.90. That's where the SPY is gapping down to. And then Amazon, I was talking about, if breaks yesterday lows, will be nice fade. You can see what I'm saying, because I'm just following the system, what my system is telling to you. And again, I'm not an alert service. We are not a buy sell alert service, but I know if you follow my commentary, what people follow my commentary, they are doing good. They might be making crazy money, right? That's not what we are here for, but they are able to preserve. Nobody was buying the dips here because they were understanding, right? If anybody says yes, okay, Rip is saying because this is our system, Rip is following the system, it's a bearish trend, this is a B minus grade setup, we should not long it, and that's why they were saving themselves. But if nobody is listening to me, still trying to long Tesla, and that's fine, you longed in initially with that B minus setup, that's fine, small size. But if you was trying to find every dip when VIX was going high, 10 years yield was going high, and when what's that US dollar was going high, then that was your problem if you were trying to go long. Sorry, I say it again and again because I want to make sure people stay with the trend, right? Stay with the A plus setups. Here you go. Amazon, I was saying, heavy short scalp. SPY QQQ coming to gap fill targets, right? All Amazon almost a dollar fade. I already told you I was long SMCI, right? Nvidia we already talked about. So let's see. Keep going. Here's my comments. 10-year yields high, US dollar high, TLT high. All signals too hot for the market, right? And they try to save it. They try to save it on this bounce, but it never reclaimed. EMAs never ever reclaimed, and it was still bearish once it broke down, and that was it. Right? So we were covering Amazon at 124. Middle of the day, I still said SPY is still bearish trend heavy. You can see it right here. I still said SPY bearish trend heavy. So that was why we stick with the system, guys. That's why the commentary. And look at my price alerts, the APIs that was going. Then Jay was with his put and bearish flow all day, right? Because we look at everything. So what else? So I had to go. So I just shared with the team what I was doing. I closed the Costco for a good profit. Then I closed the Nvidia for a loss. I was holding Amazon, holding Tesla short, QQQ SPY Lotto short, and SMCI long. And that was at 1220, guys. Look what happened after Tesla after that, right? So my target was 238.20, but when the VIX started to break out, and look where Tesla ended, 234, and my price alerts were going. I was at out of the pocket, and I was getting on my phone, making sure I tell my community what's going on, and it was hitting our profit targets, and I was covering. I still said it is heavy. 238, it is still heavy, still heavy. Right? So and then Meta came in. I was not there, but you see my price alerts. That's all day price alerts, guys. Meta. I had these price alerts, and versus 300, that was your risk. And then it broke yesterday's lows. You could have short scalped it all the way down. There was no business trying to find the dips. Right, Win was guiding on the Meta short. You can see clearly Win's guidance and our price alerts. Decent fails, beautiful fails. Low can go lower. That's that's one of my mottos. Low can go lower, high can go higher, and Win has always stuck with that. So yeah, and then we were short, and then it was time to cover when VIX was going rejection, and that this was time to get out of all the shorts. And I closed most of those positions, and I did keep warning everybody, do not try to buy the dips. And then so that was all for me. But I did jump in when SPY was squeezing, and I did jump back, and I told people that VIX is come at 18 support. VIX is at 18 support, and that's when it pulled back, right? Simple SPY VIX strategy, guys. Simple SPY VIX strategy. So that was it about me, guys. So nothing much. Yes, we did squeeze. We'll see what happens today. If we get over 427 on SPY today, we will long. Today's opening price and today's high will be important, right? Today's opening and high will be important tomorrow. And VIX under 18. So I can tell you now, prepare for tomorrow. If VIX stays under 18, then we will have long buys. VIX under 18 will have the long buys on the market. All right, guys, keeping it short today. Keep learning, keep grinding. Comment anything, any questions you have. I'm working on a lot of other stuff for you guys. Come in the community. If you want to trade with me, go to my website. Our education is free there. Follow me on Twitter, follow me YouTube, share, and let's keep grinding, keep growing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.